जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की, ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगामयी यमुनामयी की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, समवेद भक्त वृंद की। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So today we have Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text number 1. I will read the sloka which is displayed here and you can repeat after me. Arjuna uvāca jyāyasī chet karmaṇas te matā buddhir Janārdana tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam niyojayasi Keśava. Arjuna uvāca jyāyasī chet karmaṇas te matā buddhir Janārdana tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam niyojayasi Keśava.
jyāyasī ceta karmaṇaste
jyāyate tatte karmaṇaste
matā buddhir Janārdana tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam
tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam
niyojayasi Keśava.
niyojayasi Keśava. Arjuna uvāca jyāyasī chet karmaṇas te matā buddhir Janārdana tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam niyojayasi Keśava. Matajis.
Arjuna uvāca
jyāyasī chet karmaṇas te matā buddhir Janārdana
tat kim karmaṇi ghore mam niyojayasi Keśava.
matā buddhir Janārdana Word-to-word meaning and translation and purport by Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Arjuna uvāca. Arjuna said, jyāyasī, better. Get, chet, if, karmaṇaḥ, then fruitive action, te, by you, matā, is considered, buddhiḥ, intelligence, Janārdana, O Kṛṣṇa, tat, therefore, kim, why, karmaṇi, in action, ghore, ghastly, mam, me, niyojayasī, you are engaging, Keśava, O Kṛṣṇa. Arjuna said, O Janārdana, O Keśava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? You all can repeat after me. Arjuna said, O Janārdana, O Keśava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Kṛṣṇa, has very elaborately described the constitution of the soul in the previous chapter with a view to delivering his intimate friend Arjuna from the ocean of material grief. And the path of realization has been recommended, buddhi-yoga or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully conscious by chanting the holy name of the Lord. But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or buddhi-yoga or intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement from active life and practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Kṛṣṇa elaborately explained karma yoga or work in Krishna consciousness in this third chapter. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyasya Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today is the beginning of Karma Yoga. In the beginning, Arjuna asked the question, why Krishna, why you want to put me in this war when you are saying the working intelligently, working in Krishna consciousness is better than, even doing any activity like fruitive works, etc. So, Krishna, why do you want me to put in this warfare? Krishna says, you see, I have already explained you two types of people are there. One who try to understand through speculative method, the other one by the devotional service. So, Krishna starts explaining in this beautiful chapter of Karma Yoga that merely abstaining from the work, nobody can achieve any perfection or just renunciation. It is because everyone has to carry out some activity according to the modes of nature which he acquired, the qualities which he acquired. So he has to work. So nobody can refrain from doing something even for a moment. And you want to refrain totally, which is not possible. So, one who restrains the senses from action, but whose mind dwells the sense objects, a person who had come out and he is sitting alone, he doesn't want to enjoy any movie or anything because I am alone. But his objects, sense object, the seeing some movie, some dishum fighting, if that activity is there in the mind, then that man is called pretender. Pretender. He is just acting. He is not practicing at all. It looks as if he has come out and in a secluded place or otherwise he is sitting and doing all the practice. But if his mind is after the sense objects, what is the use? His mind is thinking about enjoyment, but physically he is away. Krishna says such people are called pretenders. So, that's why Krishna says these type of thinking, going to a secluded place and doing this and that, trying to control the senses, this is impractical and it is only for cheap public adoration, cheap public appreciation. Oh, this man had gone to jungle and for 20 years he was staying alone with a long beard. There is nothing to shave, nothing, only some fruits he is getting and that he is eating. He is a great person. Prabhupada says no. The senses are so strong, you cannot control them just like that. When you put the senses in the Krishna service, then they will be controlled. And mind will also be in the thinking, always thinking of the lotus feet of Krishna or Krishna's pastimes. So under such circumstance only one can control, not like this. So Krishna further says, I will just give you a brief idea so that this most important chapter you should attend every day and enlightened by the beautiful analogy Krishna gives here. Performing the prescribed duty, for doing So it is better than one person who doesn't want to even work. Perform the prescribed duties as much as you know. You may commit some mistakes, no problem. It is better than simply not doing any work, simply sitting and thinking that something will happen. And Krishna explains about the yajna, the sacrifice to be performed. Otherwise, the work, the activities are to be performed for the pleasure of Vishnu or the yajna. He is also called. Otherwise, what will happen? The work, whatever we are performing, will cause bondage. If we don't perform the activities for Krishna, if we perform for ourselves, for our satisfaction, then it will keep on giving more and more bondage and we can never come out. So like this, very, very important and very interesting and most interesting one is the 313 Yagnashishta Shina Santo Muchante Sarva Kilbishai Bunjate Te Tvagam Papa Ye Pachanti Atma Karanat. That is the one where we understand that we have to offer everything to Krishna before actually taking it. The people who cook food for their sense gratification or eating sin. Number one, they are thieves. They are thieves because everything is given by Krishna. The air which you are breathing, who has created? Can any human being can create? You are dependent on Krishna every moment and you forget Krishna. So that's why when Krishna has provided something, if you don't offer to Krishna and if you start consuming yourself as if you want to satisfy all your senses and feeling that senses will be satisfied, senses will never be satisfied. And if we are not offering to Krishna, then we are eating only the sin. So such beautiful, very good, our enlightenment, our understanding about devotional service will be much better if we continuously attend and practice as given in chapter 3. So every day we should try our best to come. I thought I can explain a short. So in short, ultimately the question is, why should we do this devotional service? Why we have this duty of doing devotional service to Krishna? Because as a finger, it is having the duty of doing service to the body. We are part and parcel of Krishna. So we have the duty of doing service to Krishna. Other than that, actually we don't have. So remembering Krishna doesn't require any extraordinary brain. It requires simple mind, our heart, to recognize Krishna's superiority, recognize Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrendering on to Him. Not studying big Vedas, it actually doesn't actually help. Prabhupada tells this story many times, which I thought I should repeat again. Narad Muni, while wandering, comes to the earth and sees a very nice Brahmana who is performing so many austerities. So Narad Muni goes to him and tells him, I am going to see the Supreme Lord. You have something to ask? He says, yes. I have been performing all the activities so nicely as per Vedas. And I read Vedas, I recite Vedas so nicely. I have no doubt that I will be going back to the Godhead. I will be going back to Vaikuntha. But because you are going there, just ask the Supreme Lord when I will be back. So Narad Muni said, yes, surely, I will inform you after going back. So he returns, and while going, he just finds this man, a cobbler, mending the shoes. And he is just singing, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And he is stitching the shoes. And Narad Muni looks at him, Oh cobbler, how are you? Then he asked the same question. I am going to Vaikuntha. You have something to ask the Supreme Lord? Cobbler says, yes. Kindly ask him when this poor fellow, when I will be back in his service at Vaikuntha. So Narad Muni goes back, taking these two cases along with him, goes and pays obeisances at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, and then he tells, Oh Master, I have come across these two cases, number one, cobbler, number two, Brahmana, and this is the thing. Can you kindly tell me who will come? The Supreme Lord says, this Brahmana, I think many lakhs of lives. Narada is surprised. Is it? And what about this cobbler? This life itself. Oh, Bhagavan, I am unable to understand why it is so. This man is performing all rituals perfectly. Oh, you want to know the reason? Just when you tell them about the result of your question, the answer to the question, they will ask you, what is that I am doing? Tell them that I am trying to push an elephant through the eye of the needle. Narad Muni understands and moves and goes to the Brahmana and tells him, Oh Brahmana, I met the Supreme Lord in Vaikuntha. Oh, nice. So, you are confirming that I am going back, no? I am sorry, mister. It takes many lives. Have you seen the Lord at all? What he has been doing there? You explain me what you have seen, what he is doing. So, Narad Muni says, the Lord is trying to push an elephant through the eye of the needle. Eye of the needle? Elephant? You think I am an illiterate fool? Eye of the needle? Elephant? Are you Narad Muni really? Have you really gone there? Narad Muni could understand. This fellow doesn't have any faith. Now, he goes to this cobbler. And cobbler also asks the same question. When I will be back? You see, you count how many leaves are there on this tree. After that, he starts jumping. Oh, my life is just, I have achieved my goal. He started jumping. I'm saying you count the leaves. Whatever it may be, even if it is 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, at least after 10 lakhs I am going back to Godhead. Oh, you are so kind. Narad Muni says, no. You see, God is so kind. Then he asked the same question. What is that Bhagavan was doing when you went there? Then he says the same thing. You see, he is trying to push the elephant through the eye of the needle. And he says, oh, my Lord does all sorts of wonders. In a small, this seed, it has got the capacity to become a huge tree. That is the greatness of the Supreme Lord. And not one needle, not one elephant. If he wants, he can push two elephants very easily. And this is not a small thing for my Supreme Lord. He does all sorts of wonders. He feels so happy. So, this is the thing. the deep faith, always remembering Krishna, not simply performing some rituals for somebody's sake or for showing to somebody that I am the one. We see in outside ISKCON, most of the temples, you are showing 500 rupees note. Oh, very nice. Come. Do. You also do arati. 10 rupees you take. He doesn't give arati, keep somewhere else. That means he is doing all these activities for what purpose? For making petty few rupees. I mean, that is the whole difference. If you are trying to do for the sake of Krishna, then you will get the real benefit. Otherwise, what is the use? You get a few lakhs of rupees, few crores, millionaire, big car, big house, everything big. But in the heart, there is no Krishna. What is the use of that life? One day, you leave the body and go to a big hell. Stay there for years together. Here, taking the same concept, we have one more small story. A butcher who actually is cutting the flesh and selling. On going back to home one day, he finds a very smooth stone and he says, oh my God, and he picks it up. This is very nice. This I can use it as a measuring weight for my balance. So he keeps on doing this activity of measuring the flesh, whatever it is. But in his mind, he has always been thinking about Krishna. When he keeps the stone, he thinks Krishna. Takes out Krishna. Packs the flesh, Krishna. Anytime, always and every moment, he is remembering Krishna. Now, somehow, one pujari comes to know that this fellow is having one stone. And some people, they say, I doubt, this is nothing but, this is the Shila. Which Shila? Shaligram Shila. I think you kindly check up. This fellow is using in such unsacred, unholy, unpious place. You kindly go and check up. If I tell him, he doesn't believe. So this man goes. He is the one who performs all rituals. He goes and says, yes, this is nothing but Shaligram Shila, which is the form of Vishnu. And you are keeping in such unhygienic, unholy, unsacred, whatever languages starting with UN. He says, I am very sorry, I don't know anything. I thought this is very useful for me and very nicely. I'm feeling very happy after this stone had come here. No. This is a very, very pious stone. And you should not use like this. He takes the stone and does all sorts of rituals and he sleeps. That night, Krishna, the Shaligram Shila, speaks. Oh Brahmana, you have brought me here in your place. I am suffocating. I am uncomfortable. I am unhappy. Whatever he used, Krishna is also using and telling him. So, please take me back and hand over to that gentleman. I am very happy, comfortable, listening to his heart, remembering me always with full devotion. He is remembering you with full devotion and you are not comfortable here? Oh my God, how poor I am, what sort of low level I am. I was thinking this man is doing all sorts of unholy activity and he is keeping the Shaligram. Then he takes the Shaligram Shila with all reverence, respect, hands over back to him. What happened, Pujari ji? You are giving back the Shaligram Shila? He says, I am extremely sorry. I didn't know your level. You are always remembering Krishna in your heart and performing all activities. Krishna is very happy with you. He advised me that I should hand over to you. So he takes that, and as usual, he takes the name of Krishna and he starts his activity. The thing is, always remembering Krishna, identifying him as the Supreme Lord, that is more important than simply recitation or doing the rituals. Here is another example, an old man and the Buddha. Buddha, very rarely he sits, once in a month, once in 6 months, once in 3 months, depending on the muhurta or whatever. He sits for taking the alms, the charity. So one day he sits, all his disciples go and announce, our master Buddha, Gautam Buddha is sitting for taking the charity. Whoever want to give the charity, please. So all big people, they come and give the charity. So Buddha says, okay, please keep it here. He extends his right hand and says, keep it here. Takes it. Then the king, Bimbisara, Ashoka's son, he comes and he offers. He offers lot of valuables and houses, lands, etc. Thank you, kindly keep it here. So he shows, keep it here with the right hand. Then Ajatashatru, the prince, son of Bimbisara, Ajatashatru comes and with his huge valuables, gold, everything, says, keep it here. Then so many different wealthy merchants, every time he is asking them to keep it here. One old lady comes with half pomegranate. She says, oh master, I understood that you are asking for the charity. I was just eating the pomegranate and this pomegranate, this much is left out. I have brought this for you. Gautama Buddha stands up, gets down, takes with both the hands. Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, all the big merchants, they were sitting there only, and they are surprised so much. We have given such valuables, very big palaces, very big the agricultural lands, and you have simply said, keep it here, keep. And when this lady brought a pomegranate, the two half of the pomegranate, that too she said, that is what she was eating and which she is offering to you, and you have got up, got down, and with both the hands you are taking as if it is the most valuable. Oh, master, kindly can you just explain what actually it is? Gautama Buddha says, she had given what she has, whereas you have given very minute percentage of what you are having. She had given whatever she has got, whereas you have given very, very, very small portion of what you have. That is the basic difference. Then everyone could understand, yes, if you give everything, then only, yeah. So we can develop the devotional attitude and the actual pure devotion towards the Supreme Lord only with the association of the devotees. So if we want to develop any sort, first thing is we should get associated with the devotees, understand, serve the devotees, serve the senior devotees, and approach the Guru. So, in this direction, there is a small story. There was a king who had a beautiful daughter and he wants to get her married. But the daughter says she is very much inclined to marry somebody who is pious and who is like sadhu, who is a sadhu. So he invited all the sannyasis, sadhus to a big ceremony, big meeting. And he declares, he announces in front of all of them, "Oh great sadhus, I have a daughter. She is very inclined to marry a saintly person. So I am offering half of my kingdom to anyone who marries my daughter." Here is a thief. He says, "Oh, what a great chance. Now I can rob, I can make lot of money by simply acting as a saint." They are all group of saintly people. So he changes his clothes nicely, he comes. Here is an opportunity. When the king made this announcement, then one by one they said, "We are sadhus. What do we do with the money? What do we do with the kingdom? Neither we can rule nor we can do anything with that. It's of no use. I am sorry. I cannot marry. I cannot marry." One by one they go. Then the king announces, "You see, I will give 75%, not half, 3/4 of my kingdom. So, whoever accept my daughter." So, everyone saying, we are saintly people. So though we are not sannyasis, we are already married. And we have our ashramas. So, I am sorry. Everyone is saying. This fellow says, "The thief, I have a good chance. Now, I need not have to do anything. 75% of the kingdom. Oh, that's a great thing." Now he is sitting along with all these sadhus. And he is hearing one by one. They give the reason and they are departing. Now suddenly this fellow thought, if the kingdom, money is of really some value, anybody would have taken. Nobody has taken. That means this is really of no use. He gets the thinking because he has been associated with these people. When his turn comes, he also says, "I am sorry, my dear king. I am not a real saint. I came here for looting some money, and I thought this is the best way of looting you with your half or 3/4 of your kingdom. But now I realize that this kingdom, money, is of no use. So many people have rejected and they are intelligent people. I have learned from them. So I am also going." So this fellow also goes. This is what it is. Actually, we get all sorts of symptoms, indications that we have to leave the body. Your body is becoming weak. White hairs, 40 years. The specs. Krishna is giving warning. You see, you have very short time. Your time is the time to go back to hell or heaven or back to Godhead is reducing. Wake up. We don't understand. Here is another short story for your information. One Brahmana is having a very beautiful parrot. It talks. Parrot says, "Oh, my master, where are you going?" "I am going to the satsanga. There a lot of things are discussed, very big things." "Oh, can you ask when I will be freed? Can you ask when I will be freed?" "You don't understand all that. This whole big satsanga will be going on there. I will see. When I get opportunity, I will ask. So he tells the parrot and goes to the satsang, comes back. And he tells the spiritual master that I have one parrot, it's always asking like this. That man says, that guru says, I will come to your house. I will see that parrot. How is that? It's asking. So he goes there. He goes there, he tells. Then the parrot immediately asks, Oh sadhu, oh sannyasi, oh master, can you kindly tell me when I will be freed? He looks at the parrot and then he just falls down. This man is wondering what has happened. Oh, if he has fainted, let me bring some water. He goes inside. When he had gone inside, he gets up and says, have you understood? Then he leaves. This fellow comes back with the water and says, where is he? He had already gone. Now, after a few days, then he says, this is sleeping. What happened? Yesterday it was so nice. Hey, get up. Oh, I think it is gone. He takes out and keeps it on the... Yesterday, you were so nice. What has happened? Immediately, just flown. Then he didn't understand. Why, all these days, it was not doing anything like this. Now this has gone and it has gone out. He goes and tells his guru, Guru, this is what actually happened, Guruji, that this thing. You didn't understand? That day I went there and told her, just pretend. Then it has got everything. It got the understanding immediately with a small hint. You are getting so many hints, you are not surrendered to the Supreme Lord. When will you understand? This is the case. Prabhupada is trying to pull us out of the cage to which we are so much attached. But we think that this is our home. And we don't want to come out. You see, this is the pity. We are so much bound that we don't want to come out. So, with this, if we try to analyze ourselves and try to follow the Bhagavad Gita and have good association, we will definitely come out of the material world and we go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So, we stop here. We have another program to follow. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki